Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash. Click that like, hit subscribe. Today we're going to talk about investing. What if I told you you could get a 500% return on an investment? Would you take it? Well, of course you would. You'd be an idiot if not. So, how do you do that? And you say, RJ, how's that apply to sports betting? Isn't that where people just throw money away? 98% do. The rest become really smart. You've heard all the rich people talk about it, right? You can make more money if you have more money to use to make it, right? Leveraging money. And that's always the problem for bettors. Around 88% of all bettors on FanDuel and DraftKings are $10 or less bettors. Well, that probably means there's a ton of parlays, there's a ton of other things. And so it's really hard for you to turn a profit. So, how can we get you there? Well, treat it like your 401k, right? Click that like, hit subscribe. If you have a 401k, it's very simple. They take money out of your check and you don't even see it. And then over time, 20, 25, 30 years later, you go to retire and there's this lump sum. But what you don't see is you don't see the highs and the lows because you're too busy raising a family, just trying to get by on your bills, trying to do well at your job and move up the corporate ladder. So it becomes really difficult. A lot of people don't even track how much they make. Well, it's kind of like how you have to treat sports betting. So let's say you're a $5 bettor. So I'm going to go through this and walk you through again. Go to breaktheboardsports.com, click that like, hit subscribe. Let's say you start out with $100. Your bet should be $5 a game, and you should be able to get 10 units up average over the course of a calendar year. So there's 12 months in a year. You're not going to win every month, but over the course of it, you should average it out to about 120 plus units a year. That's where I've been able to fall over the last 15 years here. Now, first 5-6 years, I was a total loser, lost everything I had twice by recklessness and not knowing discipline, mindset, and just being patient and letting the money work for you. You can make money sports betting. You can make money sports handicapping, whether you do it on your own, use a handicapper, or you do a mix of both, which I think is best. You eventually should want to get to the point where you do all your own handicapping. But it's a really big space to wrap your arms around NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, golf, NASCAR. Like, it's so hard. I even use outlets like for my golf stuff. I use outlets for my tennis stuff, anything to monetize. I don't handicap that. Now I'll handicap the majors, but this week to week, I have guys I rely on as well because there's only so much bandwidth, but you don't want to miss an opportunity to make money. So let's say you have $100. You should be betting $5 a game, right? So 10 units up that first month, you're going to make $50 profit. But on top of the $100, that's your initial investment. $100 is your initial investment. And then I want you to treat it just like your 401k. Every week you take $50 and you move it into your account, right? You just move it over to your gambling account. Doesn't matter what you win or you lost, just move it on over, okay? So now you're investing $200 a month. So you got your initial 100 and you got your 200. So for the first month, you're going to bet $5 a game. You're going to profit 10 units up. So you're going to profit $50. So you invested 3, you made 50, you're up to 350. Now month 2, you still got your $200 investment, right? But you're going to move that to $10 a game in month 2. A little bit of a scary jump, but we're good. 10 units up, you win $100. So now on this whole thing, you've invested between your investment and what you've wagered, you got $650. Okay. Month 3, you're still investing the $200. You're going to win $100 because you're going to keep it at that $10, right? So now overall net, you have $700 you've invested and you got $250 you've won. That's over a 30% return on your investment. Now, here's where patience comes in. Well, I put in 700 and I only won 250. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. If you work this through, you're going to make a lot of money. If you just be disciplined and follow what I'm saying, 2 years from now, you'll have a minimum 70 grand in your drawer. 5 years from now, you'll have a $500,000 in your drawer. You just got to be patient and chug it along, okay? So go to month 4, $200 investment, but now we're bumping it up. We're $25 a game, right? $25 a game. This would mean we have enough bankroll now that it would take 38 units we would have to lose to go broke. So no matter if you hit the losing streak, you don't pull back on your betting amount. You leave it to 25. It's risk 25 all the way across the board, right? So now you won 250 that month off the 10 units. So you had 450 basically on top in the fourth month. Now you got 1,400 a game, $1,400 bankroll. Month 5, we're bumping it to $40 risk per game. $200 initial investment. You're going to be 10 units up. That means you're going to win $400 on the month. So $600 went into the account. Now you have a $2,000 bankroll. So you put in 5 months, you invested 1,100 and you won 900. You've almost made 100% return on your investment. Name me somewhere you can do it. Name it. Wall Street, your little CDs, name it. But a lot of people can't get there. Why? Because it's 5 months. It's too hard. I need to put in the 32 team $2 parlay that's going to win 104,000 so I can tell all my friends I was 1 game away. It only needed 1 more and it lost by a point. Or if this guy just had 1 more rebound, stop it. Stop it. Stop doing that. Stupid. Now, month 6, we're investing $200 a game. Or $200, $50 a week is what we're investing. $50 a week, we pull out of the check. But now we're upping it to $50 a game. So 10 units, you win 500. So that's 700 that went into the kitty. So now you're at $2,700 bankroll. So in 6 months, you invested 1,300, but you have 2,700. You've made your money up 100% return on your investment in 6 months. There's nowhere you can do that. Maybe the oil industry. I don't know. Crypto, maybe. I don't know. 7th month, still invest in the $50 a week equals 200 a month. And again, don't put it all in at one time. Just $50 a week. Just be religious about it. $50 a week. $50 a week. Now you're at 75 a game. You win $750. That's $950. You're up to $36.50. Now month 8 and month 9, you're at $100 a game, still pulling out your investment. After 9 months, you'll have invested $1,900, but you'll have $6,050, right? $6,050. You'll have had an over 300% ROI. Over 300% ROI here with this. Now, month 10, we're going to bump it up a little, $150 a game. You're still pulling out the $50 each week out of your check, pulling it into your account. You say, well, my bank account's growing. Why would I put more money in? Because you're an adult. Act like it. It's an investment. Your sports betting is a business. You are a businessman. Treat it like a business, or a businesswoman for you ladies out there. I know actually women are better bettors than men because they're more disciplined. Now, month 10, $150 a game. Now that you're $1,500 to the plus your 200 invest, you're at $1,700 you're putting in the kitty. Now, month 11 and month 12, we're going $200 a game. If you do $200 a game risk on top of your $50 a week you're pulling out, at the end of 12 months, you will have invested $2,500 in the sports betting. I bet you if you look, you've spent over $2,500 anyway, right? You would probably be appalled how much you put in there. But I'm asking you to invest $2,500. And after you invest that $2,500, you're going to make $11,650. So I want you to tell me where you can get a almost 600% return on your investment in year 1. If you do this and you have $11,650 at the end of the first year, now you can go into month 13, $300 a game. If you just keep stair-stepping this, by the end of 2 years, you will be a $1,000 better. You'll be betting a dime. And you say, I could never bet that. Well, if you have it and you're not putting emotion into it, you can do that. So if you had $1,000 a game and you got your 120 units, you're making $120,000 a year straight to the bottom line. You might sound, this sounds ridiculous. It's not. Be disciplined. Just try this plan